find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange.
Ouais.
Someone's been doing some undertaking.
In New Eden, there's much to be done.
Ouais, tout le monde invoque les fantômes qui veut. Après, ça me fait du travail, ça sert à quoi? Ça sert à ça mon métier. Ouah, mais je pouvais vraiment pas passer entre les deux.
Away with you!
Not hard enough. Think you could take on a ghost?
C'est tout? Ça c'est bon. Ça c'est bon. Et... ça c'est bon aussi. Voilà. J'en étais là.
Grave robbers.
Yes, but what exactly were they stealing?
Telle est la question. Ça c'est juste mais de l'autre côté MDR. Évidemment. Au moins ça c'est fait. Donne-moi ça et inspecte ça. Parce qu'après j'ai envie d'aller dans le grand truc qui a l'air d'une grande aire de jeu.
Decoys
Vous m'avez
to
compris.
distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training.
If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Here did lie Alexander Watson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did, and he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
We'll try.
Ah bah finalement on va dans l'aire de jeu. C'est ce que je voulais.
This way. More of them.
Il y en a pas.
Hogging all the... They don't get too close.
Ok. Je suis le chemin, mais ensuite. Gauche ou droite? J'ai envie d'aller au milieu, du coup. Oh là là. Bon, si ça spawn à chaque fois, je vais faire une ellipse jusqu'à ce que je trouve un truc. Non? Ça, c'est là où j'étais pour la tombe. Toujours, toujours. Il n'y en a pas une fois où j'ai réussi.
Demonology. I should have known.
Ah bah là, il y a déjà une corde. Merci. Ah oui, coffre. Ok. Ah mais... il va y avoir des ennemis. Évidemment. What?
He's persistent. I'll grant him that.
Ah mais c'est le même que... il y a pas grand chose de nouveau en fait. What?
I'm right here.
Oh, I hate those things.
Wasn't your first. Won't be your last.
Aye, thank you.
Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here.
Moments from the past are still here.
Oh, there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes. But also shoddy. It's very poor work.
Non, il me faut...
Are you sure we didn't miss anything?
With a bit of luck, we'll find what we need.
Ouais, évidemment.
What is this?
It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
J'espère que celui-là. Je sais pas écouter.
Unclean spirit. be
Non,
gone.
c'est pas ça. Chant d'écoute. Ah ouais.
Here and now, I lift the curtain.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
You! No! No! You were not supposed to!
Down, boy. Yes. Come to me, Ruth. Come to me, my love. Come back to me.
Caleb Watson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit, so it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
He got the wrong ghost too.
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Attendez, mais du coup, il y a quoi là? C'est que ce soit vide. Eh oui, c'est un pont. Au lieu de refaire tout ce chemin, je peux utiliser le pont pour rentrer directement. Ah bah c'est tout. Je vais quand même explorer. Et j'ai encore trouvé une marque bizarre. Non, ça fait rien. Hein. Non. Là aussi. Ok, il faut une clé, pas de clé. Hop là. Et après ça continue par là.
Yes. Something's here.
Ok, mais si je me trompe pas, j'ai pas les trois.
Looking at this is giving me the willies.
Nope, j'ai pas les trois, du coup on rentre. Mais attendez, me dis pas que le troisième il est là. Non.
I suspect it's beyond me.
It's not, but we agreed you won't need it. Besides, Caleb's work was poor. Your work is good.
A ritual like that. Good is not a word that comes to mind.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread, not our ale, our bread. Do you want us to say? Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah, can't fog you. Alexander Watson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because... of course it did.
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now? There's something else you should know. If you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
Caleb was no saint, but this is hellish grim. Does he deserve it?
Aye, he does. And it's not like I killed him. He's alive in here somewhere. Watching me ruin his name. He can hear me now. Destroying his reputation. As I had to hear him destroy mine when he painted me a fornicator.
How nice.
He took our love, Ruth and mine, and killed it. Now our love's reborn, and he can do naught but sit and watch. Caleb was a cad. Shite on him. Let him suffer.
You died trying to save Ruth from a burning house. True.
True.
I'm sorry. There's an awful way to go, and so young too. You deserve better.
We deserved better, and now we have it. And with it, Caleb gets to make amends. For he did nothing. He stood and watched us burn. Caleb's name was ruined then. We're just putting the boot in.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger, more so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me, but he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
Alone? Not really. Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again.
Ruth and Alexander are having an affair in her husband's body.
I'll not judge, no matter how much I want to.
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth. If we find the ghost tie, we can talk to her.
And the way of the
Burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris.
Ah bah j'imagine qu'il est bloqué. Mais il faut trouver un moyen de passer du coup. En vrai par là c'est le seul moyen que j'ai de passer.
Wards, you're on your own.
Ah, ceux-là, je peux les casser?
The ghost wards feel far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down?
Lui?
I can manifest
Ah.
now.
Hop là. Là, je vais en détruire petit à petit, MD.
Like falling off a log after being startled by a wisp in Akashus.
Never gonna let me live that one down, are you?
Jusqu'à la fin du jeu. Du coup, on monte directement sur le... Attends, y a rien d'autre? Non. D'abord, on va pousser ça. Mise en poussée. Voilà. Quoi, je peux pas? Genre. Mais genre, ça se casse pas. Attends, mais non, je peux faire ça. Je peux faire ça. Je peux pas faire ça? Si, je peux faire ça. Ça qui bloque? Ouais, c'était ça qui bloquait. Et merde. Ah, où est le truc qui bloque? Même pas là.
Time must be nearby. This work shows real sensitivity. Caleb?
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learnt a little about Ruth. Of course.
Ah.
Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotting corn.
You! What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank rump! Whatever you found, it ain't yours!
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Puck off and die! I'm in charge here. No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me. Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine, and you have not the right, you hear? You've not the right. Her heart! Give it back!
Show yourself and join me now.
No more does he silence me. We may speak.
Help me, please.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual. I should have known. Always watch out for the quiet ones.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I'd married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
How did Caleb treat you?
With adoration. I was an idol, worshipped, yet unloved. He was the sculptor and I was the statue, smiling down, unmoving from my pedestal with nothing to say. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Ruth, your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual
Ça, c'est
brought you
sûr.
back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Watson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go.
No! We can stay. Please, Ruth, let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now. Caleb Watson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you.
Yet. I was winning. I was winning.
The line twixt love and hate is thin and easily crossed, especially between brothers.
None are better placed to wound than your own blood. That was something.
Don't take it to heart. Their choices are not your business.
Our choices are my business. And their consequences too. Someone inside's hard at work.
Wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house.
En vrai, si c'est la suite de l'histoire... Ouais, je vais aller le parler finir.
Governor,
May I help you, Mr. McCraith?
I have to admit, this is an unusual case.
Yes, but have you solved it?
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible for the plague. At least not directly.
Have you found the witch or have you not?
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic. I have the name.
So, what are you waiting for?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name is Lamentation Haskell.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious at times, perhaps. But he does not have a bad bone in his heart.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler used it and became possessed.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption. It happened before. Bring me proof, Banisher. Find the real source of evil.
Since when has the governor required proof?
I'll get it. Mark me. I noted your ghost wards with some interest.
Ghost wards, an interesting name. I call them sanctifiers, a name more palatable to my flock.
This requires a great deal of...
Etienne Roulet, one of the greatest demonologists of our time, is a good friend of mine.
I must find your son, Governor. Sooner rather than later.
His interests take him hither and thither. If he isn't here, he must be working on the outskirts. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. I ordered them emptied when the sickness hit. Go there. See for yourself. Needless to say that I count, of course, on your discretion.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Bah écoutez, je pense qu'on peut s'arrêter là.